etc. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you are well. We're just getting tuned up here. We've got a fun show going on that we are thoroughly excited about. Let's see here. All right. Moving right along here. Play it like that. Yeah, for the intro.
Okay, is it?
Not yet.
Okay. Can't play. Can't play like that.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of the piano, aren't you?
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Listening to it, I mean,
Yeah,
not playing.
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
What do you? What?
It's got a nice moment. I mean,
You don't have to tell me how much you like it or
I
don't
don't
like
have
it.
to tell you anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's well, you have to tell me some things.
You're not the boss of me.
No.
Nope.
Not even now.
Nope. You're not the boss of me.
Now.
Nope.
What about now?
How about no?
No, still not.
Still not.
Wow. What's the matter of your riot, man?
What's the matter with my riot? Should I riot? Absolutely not.
No?
Definitely not.
No?
Nope.
No? Sure?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, folks. We're just being goofballs. Our production manager took the day off, so I've got to do everything. Oh, wait a second. We don't have a production manager. I am the production manager.
But you didn't. Yeah, of course. Man, what are you?
What are we talking
You
about?
lie to our audience?
I am not lying. I'm
Okay.
just simply stating things would be easier for you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hello, folks. Who's out there? How are you?
Oh man, I'm so small today. What
are.
is happening?
Yeah, I
today?
feel tall. Hey, Freddie, your bass looks weird.
Yeah, I know. My bass looks kind
Very
of,
strange.
horizontal, if you ask me.
Oh, hey, Krista and Mary are here. Hey, welcome back.
Hey!
Mary knows how to play the piano. If that's what this is in fact is. What's going on with your bass?
I don't know.
Is your bass broken?
It is, and it sounds completely.
Your bass sounds weird.
Sounds weird.
Freddie did shrink, Mary, and that makes me very happy. I feel like a giant today.
Oh, you need a little more space. I can move a little if you want.
Yeah, a little. If you can scoot a little. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Good.
like this.
I think that's great.
Okay.
All right, Freddie.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what's going on here. Can you play it? Are you able to play whatever this is?
I don't know. Like, could you give me the first chord so we?
Hey, Alicia's here. Hi, Alicia. So happy you could join us. We're Freddie. Something happened to Freddie's bass. He's figuring out how to play it newly. I don't know what's going on with it, but we'll get there. We will get there. Oh wait, I need a. That's the weirdest bass I ever heard.
One, two. 1, 2, 3.
Well, that sounds strange.
This sounds
Freddie.
strange.
Hey, we got a big old party here.
Yeehaw!
Hudson and Sophia are back with Charlotte down in Georgia. Ooh, we missed you too.
Yeah.
We're doing a lesson, but Freddie broke his bass. He did something to it, and now it sounds like this.
It transformed, if you ask me.
What do you? Oh, our friend Carol is here from Colombia. Did you know Carol's in Colombia?
Oh.
We've got an international audience today.
Oh.
We've got Indiana in the house. We've got England in the house. We've got Colombia in the house. Right? We got the United States of America by way of Georgia and New York in the house. And Mary says your new bass sounds pretty.
I'm just sure.
And Alicia said that is a funny looking bass. I agree, Alicia. What's going on with this bass of yours?
Well, it just turned into a weird thing. Like, I'm allowed to play with all of my 10 fingers. I can do 10 notes at the same time. It's like, doesn't sound necessarily good.
No,
but,
does not necessarily sound good.
Technically, it's like, I got to get used to it, but it's funny. But I think, we're not, at this point, it's not a double bass anymore. No. I think it's clearly what the audience just guessed by hearing, which is a good thing. It's called a piano. Big surprise.
Piano.
Yeah.
Piano. That sounds funny.
That's true.
Say out loud, piano.
And this piano is a special piano. This is called a stage piano.
But you're not on a stage.
We're not on the stage. I wish I was on a stage with you.
I wish we were too.
But this is an electronic device. We need some Strom, some electricity in order to play it.
What does a normal piano look like?
A normal piano is like very big. Did you see an actual grand piano? You know what that is?
Is that big thing that they have on wheels
with the door that's like upside down?
Oh yeah. Those
big
things
thing.
are bananas.
Those very giant instruments.
Oh, Krista says the world's a stage. That's correct. Okay.
The world's a stage. That's so romantic.
That's mindset. That's positive mindset right there. I like that. I like that.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Mary says she loves her piano. She says it's fun to play. Okay. Yeah. So the traditional pianos are large. You said. Well, okay. All right.
Large. Very large.
Are they all super large?
I mean, we classify it in, I'd say, like 4 groups.
Okay.
First group is like, let's start with the very big ones. Mm-hmm. The grand piano.
Okay.
The grand piano is the biggest. Then you have like, I don't know the English term for it, but I call it like just a home piano.
I think
which is like
these those ones that stand up and down.
Yeah, there's this regular kind of smaller piano.
Okay.
And both are acoustic.
Okay.
And then you have the stage pianos. The good thing about the stage piano is that you can actually change the sound. So this is like the classical piano sound that we all love, but I can change it into, I think we know that. Do you know that?
That sounds like a vibraphone.
That sounds like a vibraphone. Or I can get some Stevie Wonder
Yeah, I like that.
So you're actually able to play or to alter your sound.
That's really
you got lots of stuff.
So upright piano, grand piano, stage piano. What's the fourth piano?
The fourth piano would be a keyboard or a synthesizer, and you can do even more
than with this.
I
think you can program those to make any sound you want, right?
Yeah, you can program that. But with the synthesizer, you may have, you can set up like a drum machine. You can orchestrate around what you're playing.
So it could be a lot of different instruments.
Yeah.
But the mechanism to create the sounds would be how you would create sounds on a piano.
That's true.
That's very
right.
interesting. Now hold on. Arndt is on, and he actually said something. I want you to confirm this. He says, you can tune a piano, but you cannot tune a fish. I think
get it.
that is correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to tune a fish.
Yeah.
And Alicia says a stage piano is also called a keyboard. Alicia, I think there might be a difference because from what I understand, this instrument, the stage piano, actually the keys are weighted the same way a piano is.
Yeah.
And I think with a lot of keyboards, they have a different feeling when you press on them.
Yeah.
But you would know that better than I would.
And for most keyboards, you don't have dynamics on the piano, which means I can play a chord very loud by pressing it a little harder, like this. Oh, that's kind of a that sounds better. So that was like very in the face.
Okay.
And this is very soft.
Okay, so it responds similarly to the way you would hit piano.
And I know several keyboards that are just making the same the same sound with the same emphasis, no matter how hard you press it. And that's why I classify between a stage piano. Are you good?
I hope so. Keep going.
But technically, you're right. Stage piano is kind of like a keyboard. That's true. So, man, I'm so sad.
I want to talk about dynamics for a second.
Oh,
That's a very interesting thing.
Oh,
because on my guitar, I can also control the dynamics.
Oh, really?
Of how like I can strum softly, or
Okay.
I can strum very hard and get a louder sound, or I can hammer on.
Oh, that's cool.
That's called hammering on. Have you heard that?
Yeah, you literally hammer on the string.
So I'll try to, let me zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, just
let me show you
a little closer.
what a hammer on is on the guitar. Okay?
You're so far away.
Come on.
Get a little closer. Oh yeah, that's good. Hi.
So here we go. This is a technique
Long time no see.
on the guitar, and I think if I hold it like this, you can see it the best. You see my finger? I'm going to create a note here without my right hand. All I'm doing is creating the note by hitting it with my finger, like a hammer. And we call that a hammer on. And you can also pull off. Hammer on, pull off. And I can do it quietly. And then I can make the dynamics louder.
Oh.
I think John Gum says there are 10 dynamics to a hammer on. Right?
Wow. That's cool.
And also...
And you didn't do the sound without hitting it with your right hand,
I did not.
right?
I did not use...
So he was just using his chord hand.
Oh, and we have a
That's
friend
pretty
from
cool.
Russia here. Hello.
Hey.
Now, but this leads us to another question.
What?
So this mimics the dynamics of a piano.
Yeah.
How is the sound created on a regular traditional piano?
Good that you ask, because a couple of days ago, I was visiting a German company which is called
Kreisel.
Klavier Kreisel.
They're in Fürth.
They're in Fürth, and you know what's pretty neat?
Klavier is German for piano.
That's number one.
And
number two, they just gave us
a piano!
Sadly not.
Oh.
Sadly not. But you know what I got here is,
Whoa!
you know,
What is that?
parts of the inside of an actual piano.
That looks cool.
And I think if you zoom
I
in
think we
one
need to
more
zoom in.
time. Come on,
Right.
let's get together one more time. Just yeah. All right. So this is what we got.
Okay.
It looks.
We're
all right.
gonna move this around.
Okay.
We're gonna do it like that.
Perfect.
All right.
Wow.
So I will be the holder.
You'll
of
be the
thing,
holder,
and you will be the explainer of the stuff.
So imagine first of all, let's turn it this way. This is one key that you see here. And normally everything after the key is hidden. So we don't actually see how the tone comes out of the darn instrument.
How many keys are on a piano?
Normally there are 88 keys total.
88?
88 keys.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Is that where the crazy 88 come from?
Not sure. I'm
I
not
don't know
sure.
either.
We need to find that out. If you
Okay.
got a solution, please let us know.
All right, so that's a key.
So that's a key, and as you can hear, just press the key for once, would you? So you can see a little hammer, and this hammer is hitting a string. Now, this isn't a string. This is just an example to show you guys how it really works. But what it does is, depending on how hard you hit the key, the hammer will hit the string harder or softer. Then you have kind of a damping kind of mechanism here that stops the string when you let loose. So that's the hammer, that thing that's moving.
It might be hard for you guys to see, but Freddie, please point to the damper again.
The damper is the other white thing.
So I don't know if you guys can see that from there, but if you look, right now the damper is directly on what would be the string.
Yep.
And when I hit it, it comes off just slightly, just a couple of millimeters. Oh. And then the second I let go of the key, it's back on. I don't think it takes a lot to dampen a string, does it?
Yeah.
You know, Freddie, what I find interesting is that it seems to be such a simple action to hammer a string.
Yep.
But there are so many things going on here. There's something here that hits from one motion, from hitting this one time.
Yeah.
There are so many moving parts based on one action. I find that fascinating.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I think it's fascinating too. And you know...
Oh, wait, hold on. We have an important question.
Yeah.
Our friend
You're
Carol in
welcome
Colombia
to ask.
asked, and the piano has that whole mechanism for every key. Yes, Carol, it does.
Yes.
A traditional piano.
Yes.
This is what it would look like on an upright piano, as Alicia told us to correctly name it. But Freddie was saying that on a grand piano, the keys are not located this way. They would be located that way, right? So,
yep.
The mechanism would be this way, but the key would be facing this way. Okay.
Yeah.
So on a grand piano, if you have to imagine the strings are laying down on that giant harp-looking metal mechanism. I don't know what that's called.
I know the German term for it, but we'll write it down after the show to give you to be very clear. The only difference with a grand piano is that the hammer is not hammering from the top, but from below. So you actually see the strings when you open up a grand piano, and it looks just gorgeous. And standing next to a grand piano when somebody's playing, it just sounds so good.
I always wanted to lay down on a grand piano.
Oh, really?
Like those singers do.
I always wanted to dance on a grand piano, but I wasn't allowed.
That's probably good.
That's probably good, you think?
All right, so we're back. So here we are.
Would you like to dance on a piano? Please let us know. So you see, it takes a lot of science and stuff. I wasn't good in school to give it so much how do you say, to give it so much dynamics, like depending on hitting it hard or
they can
soft.
see. Look, they can see.
So
look,
good.
I'm going to hit it very softly.
He's hitting it here. Here's the key.
See, I'm going just very softly now.
Oh, so good.
But you can see,
and here,
when I press the heck out of it, it makes a loud sound. And that's very softly.
Yeah. That's nice, isn't it?
It's so neat. Let's get him back out.
Off you go. Off you go.
That's so neat, Freddie. Maybe if you guys are interested, we would like to, maybe we can talk to these guys or somebody who has a grand piano, and maybe we can do an actual lesson between a physical one. But Freddie and I, we're not strong enough to lift a grand piano to the studio.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Or an upright piano for that matter.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah, but I don't...
So, since we're talking so much about the piano, why... Come on, let's do an experiment. Just get your guitar.
Okay,
get your guitar.
I got it.
So the people, our listeners and watchers, they saw your guitar nearly every day, every episode.
That's right.
So how about finding out more differences? So you said you're plugging the string or strumming a string.
Well, I have many ways I can create sound.
Oh, just show them.
Hold on, Freddie, before we move on.
Yeah.
How do the pedals on a piano affect the dynamics? Alicia, we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're going to do
great
right
question.
now. It's a very good question. We're going to talk about that right now. We're going to do a little bit of compare and contrast. Okay, but thank you for that question. We're going to come back to that.
Yep.
So,
as you said, you can hammer on a string.
I can hammer. There are a lot of ways I can create sound.
Oh, wow.
I can hammer on. I can pull off. Right. Yeah. I can use a pick or a plectrum, as they call it in Germany. I can play it soft. I can hit all of the strings. I can hit them individually. I can hit 2 at a time. I can use my individual fingers. I can use the back of my nails. Oh. And there are some people, they can do what's called a triplet. I'm not good at it. I can't do it at all.
But it's just an alternative way of strumming. Okay.
And also, I can, in my case, I can use my guitar a little bit as a drum. Oh, I can slap the strings too. And some people, like you, when Freddie's playing his bass, they use their thumb to make sort of a slappy and a poppy sound.
That's true. It's actually called slapping.
No kidding.
But the only thing I'm slapping like joyfully in my life is my bass guitar. The rest is kinda...
you shouldn't slap other things.
No. I don't recommend either. So okay, you got that. So I don't know about you, but when I look to the left,
right,
there is very deep tone, and when I look to the right, I got my highest tone on the piano.
Huh.
So
that's my highest tone.
So the more I look to the right, the higher it gets.
Well, I have that too.
What about your instrument?
My instrument does that too, but it does that 6 times. Look. So I go on the lowest string. The next string, the 5th string.
Okay.
The 4th string. The 3rd string.
Oh.
The 2nd string. And the 1st string.
So according to the guitar, I would have had one big string. Imagine like a very big string if the piano was a guitar, and I don't have layers as you have on your instrument.
Yeah, but if that was the case, I mean, that would be, if this was one big string, I think it would be 2 or 3 times longer than this piano.
Definitely.
It would be unmanageable.
Yeah. So and we couldn't transport it, right?
No.
The car would be too small.
Strange. It would be tiny. I mean, way too much. So we made a picture here. We don't know if you can see it, but
man, just come a little closer once more.
So come on closer.
So much to show you guys.
So Freddie, just the guitar and the bass both go in this case, unless you're a left-handed guitar. If you were a left-handed guitar player, it would be the opposite. But in my case, since I'm right-handed, it always stays the same. I don't think there's a left-handed piano, is there?
Not that I know. No.
So there are left and right-handed guitars, but there's only a regular way to play the piano.
I think so, yeah. Please let us know if you have a lefty piano.
If you've ever heard of a piano that's set up the opposite for lefties, we'd love to know about it.
Yeah.
But the piano is set up this way, left to right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. What else?
And the tone is ascending. Since you have 6 strings, the tones are kind of, the tone range are kind of in between, so it's layered.
Yeah, that's right.
So when he's hitting the 5th fret of one string, that be the empty string on the next one,
Oh.
Yeah. Normally.
If I were
so fifth fret on the E string would be the A string, which is the next string.
So if you listen closely, that's the exact same note.
Okay.
But they're layered on top of each other.
Yeah. Do it with the next string. What about the A string?
The A string, same thing.
Ah. So it's kind of overlapping, right?
That's right.
And we don't have that on the piano.
No.
It is what I call one-dimensional. Okay, cool. So what do you think? You did one thing. You just turned a little.
I tuned. My guitar was out of tune and it sounded bad.
That's clever.
So I tuned it.
I can't do that with my device. It's always fixed.
It's always
there's no knob that I can turn.
Well, on a stage piano, I guess it's programmed. On a traditional piano, you do have to tune it though, but not every day.
That's true. It's very complicated to tune a grand piano
expensive.
It's
very expensive.
Because as a piano player, we mostly have multiple strings that have to be tuned the exact same way or on the exact same frequency. And you may wonder, well, why are they using 3 strings for every key? It's made like that because you get like more. The tone is richer, as the musicians say. So you hear more notes, more frequencies. The tone is more crystal or more crisp.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. So when I hit a key on a piano.
Yeah.
Hit a key on the piano. No. I'm trying to imagine the mechanical one.
Yeah.
Are you saying when I hit one key on the piano, more than one string is getting hit?
Yes. That's
really?
Yes. Except for the very low strings because they're like as thick as my double bass strings. And this is that would be a little too much.
That's right. Keep talking. I think we have a guest.
Oh, we have a guest?
I don't know.
Oh, who's entering?
I'm not sure. Go on.
So guys looking like, who's there? Oh, that's nice. Ah, okay, so that's our neighbor. Oh, she's so sweet. She was asking us, are you hungry, guys? You want to eat something? Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. That lady's so sweet, isn't she?
She's the nicest lady.
She's the nicest
lady. We have a wonderful neighbor from Greece, and one of us was silly enough. We left the door open a little bit, and they were nice enough to close it.
Oh,
so
it sounded like she was offering us some food.
That would have been nice. She's a great cook. It smells so good in this cook. Okay. All right. Cool. So where are we?
So another difference is the tone range. You mentioned it earlier. The tone range is a little bigger. How can we prove that?
Well, I'll play my lowest note, and then you play your lowest note, and you tell us which one is lower.
Okay.
It's pretty low.
It's pretty low.
Yeah.
Ooh! Even lower. I think you can't tune it that low. Try to tune it as low.
All right, hold on. What is that? A? A sharp?
It's A.
All right. That's the lowest I can. Maybe I can go down to G. No. It's floppy though. I can get it lower, but I really
sounds like this contemporary metal music.
I can get it lower, but I have to retune my guitar to do it. All right, let's go to the.
Okay, let's count from the E. I got the same E as you.
Okay.
It isn't my lowest, but just play.
Right, let's do it.
Play for me. Okay. So that's like one octave.
That's an octave. Well, we should explain what an octave is.
People.
So in our example here, we laid out 10 keys. This would be a C, And there are 12 notes altogether before you hit C again and it repeats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're back to C. When you go from one note up the scale, ascending, or down the scale, descending, chromatically, you call that an octave. Okay? You call that an octave.
Or, in other words, for you guys who can remember our Harmony Hotel lesson, we categorized the notes from do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and then the series would, so
those rock.
On the examples, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do.
Those are both the same note. One's just higher than the other. All right, so let's count the octaves.
Okay.
Let's count the octaves. All right, here we go.
1,
2, 3. 1. Oh wait, no, that's not 1. 1.
That's the first octave. Okay.
2.
Okay. 2 octaves.
3.
3 octaves. You got one more?
Maybe.
Oh! 4 octaves. I got one more.
5. And also, you started sooner.
Yeah.
Wait.
I got 1 octave more than you if I would count descending.
So what do you have? 6? 6 octaves?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So almost 7 octaves.
And if I cheat, I have 4. I have to hit what's called a harmonic in order to get that fourth. In order to get that fourth one. So
there's so many differences.
So the tonal range of a piano is much different. And as you mentioned before, Freddie, you can play with all 10 of your fingers. So if I play a chord, if I play a C chord, I am using, in this case, 5, now 6 notes. Right?
Yeah.
How about you?
So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Boy, play that one more time. That's a very different feeling than...
It's true.
You can tell they're the same chord, but I'm hearing so many more notes. What if you spread it out? Can you So Freddie has a lot more options. I could perhaps, if I wanted to, it is not possible for me to play more than 6 notes at one time.
It's true. It's true.
With my instrument. It's simply not possible. Freddie can. I mean, I can add maybe a note if I'm clever like some of my friends. Maybe 2. Right? I can maybe get up high. But true. I cannot hit more than 6 notes at one more time. Freddie, he can change the voice of the chord. I have different voices of chords on this guitar as well.
Yeah.
Right?
So you have many codes of fingering.
Right.
And the codes and the chords would have the same name. So oh yeah.
Right?
So
that's a hard one to bar.
Sounds interesting.
I can do different voicings of chords, but the options Freddie has on his piano are far greater than what I have. Really neat. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, what about you guys? Did we miss anything? Any stuff that is completely different for the guitar than it would be for the piano?
Please comment. What else is different? One thing that's different that we didn't talk about is the tuning. Now, the piano,
true,
always stays in the same tuning. I'm sure there are some creative people who have retuned a piano. I'm sure that's happened. But
well, if you would dance on a grand piano,
that will retune it already.
Yeah, I think so.
That will retune it. But But with the guitar, most people play guitar in what is called standard tuning. That's what this is. And that tuning is E, A, D, G, B, E. But since my tuning mechanisms are out in the open and relatively easy to control, I can go into a different tuning. So now listen, that's that tuning, but I can do this.
Oh, aren't they a couple of songs of yours?
True.
Where you retune your guitar? You should definitely check out our stream Friday and Sunday. And you can see how he's tuning his guitar. Oh, nice.
So in a matter of seconds, I was able to retune my guitar into what's called open D. This is called open D because this is the triad of a D major chord. Could you play D major, Freddie?
Oh, close enough.
So that allows me to play the guitar differently.
But that's kind of unfair. I can't do
You know what
that.
else is unfair?
What
I
is
can
unfair?
I can retune this one note up, one half step up. Now I'm in Dadgad.
Oh.
And just like that, I'm in a different tuning. And there are many variable tunings that the guitar can do. Not everybody does that, but it's an option for me. So that's a difference. Any other differences that you notice?
I think since your tuning allows you to have like not an ascending but a layered tuning, it seems like your instrument is way more portable, right?
Well, yeah, this is not very heavy. And I can play it around my neck. Do we have a strap that we can use to put this stage piano around your neck?
Oh my God! Like I wouldn't.
Oh
even,
no!
I wouldn't even.
Oh, you'll hurt.
Like, let's try to lift it.
That's not.
It's
no.
too heavy.
So
even the stage piano is too heavy to put it around my. Oh no!
So pianos are much heavier.
That's true.
And bigger. Even a stage piano. Well, the only pianos that I think that are less heavy are certain keyboards and MIDI keyboards that are pretty compact.
What's the name of that instrument, like from the 80s, when people had like
the keytar?
The keytar.
The keytar. In the 1980s, somebody invented an instrument called a keytar, and they played it like this,
so
or
cool.
like that, or how do they play? They play it like that, or they played it like that.
I don't know. I can't remember.
It was a very Crystal Lawler key guitar. That's right.
Key guitar.
Key guitar. I always heard it called the keytar.
What happened with the key guitar?
The 80s ended.
Really?
The 80s, no, we're good with it. We're not bringing that one back.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not an 80s kid.
Alicia Morgan. Alicia, 100% right. A guitar.
What did she ask?
She said a guitar is played differently depending if you are left or right-handed. Alicia, you're absolutely right. Though there are some examples of guitarists who simply played it upside down.
Just because they can.
Just because they can. My friend Alexander Misko can do that, who will be on next Wednesday, by the way.
Oh, you should definitely join. Alexander Misko is just a prodigy, I'd say.
Oh, and we just helped out our friend Carol in Colombia. She's been looking for that name. Finally, a keytar or a key guitar. Well, we're glad.
Thanks, guy.
We're glad our intention of educational purposes for this show.
So glad you were born in the 80s.
Oh my goodness. The 80s were an interesting time. They were. I remember a bit of it. It was an interesting way to be a kid in the 80s. A lot of neat music, but that synthesizer sound was always there. So what else can we say? We've talked about the size. We've talked about how the keys are set up. We talked about dynamics. Now, we had a question by Alicia earlier. Oh, and Charlotte and Hudson, or Sophia and Hudson say they use 2 keys so they can play the Jaws theme on the piano.
There you go.
That's right. Boom. And let's see here. And Alicia asked us earlier, how do the pedals on the piano affect dynamics? That is such an incredible question. And it's a very good one. Let me zoom out.
Yeah, yeah.
Or no, actually.
I can show you that right away since this is a stage piano.
I got one.
I got one pedal. This is called a dampener or a damper. We're not pretty sure what it is. But what it does is when I step on it.
You want me to hold it? Here. Play a chord normally. Please.
So first of all, don't touch it. Don't press it. As long as I'm pressing the key, you can hear the tone. So now I'm pressing it, and when I let go, the tone disappears. That's pretty logical, right? But once you press the dampener with your foot or guy's right thumb, yes, then I can just press it once, and the tone stays. So once again, let loose, yes, and I press it, and it's gone, and I'll press it again, and it'll stay. And sometimes you need that, especially, it doesn't have to do anything with the genre. You need it very often, I'd say. And that, I believe, is what we call sustain. Sustain, that's what it is. Sometimes you want to let the notes of a song or a solo continue to ring. Yep. These are simply different dynamics. Yep. And they add personality to songs. That's true. And the way you play them. It's simply a technique. Okay? So, and what it does with an acoustic piano, it just opens up the damper like this. Mm-hmm. So the piano continues to play, or the string continues to vibrate. That's correct. Cool. So this stage piano has one key, but you were telling me earlier that many pianos have two, and I've seen some with three. Excuse me, not keys, pedals. Pedals. So if a piano, let's say our piano got three, then the middle pedal would be, let's say, a silencer. When you play notes, it sounds like I would talk with you like that the whole time. You would get some words, but it sounds a little bit awkward. You know? It's like muted? It's kind of muted. Like this? Like he would, put his palm on the strings. Yeah, it's a good comparison. So you can still hear the chord, but if you look, my right hand is on the keys, or is on the keys. My right hand I have the meat of my right hand here resting on top of these strings. So open, right? But now you can hear the notes, but they're simply... Yeah, that's true. Kind of like muffled. Right? Muffled. I like that word. Yeah. Muffle. Okay, so that be the middle pedal, and a lot of people ask me, what's the left pedal for? I can't hear any difference, and this one's a little tricky. This pedal is called, I think it's called una corda, which means that not every string is vibrating when you hit the note. Now remember something. When we were talking earlier, Freddie explained, and I didn't know this until today, that when you hit a key on an acoustic piano, you're not just hammering one string. More than one note is actually being played when you hit that main note to add richness to that note, to add some flavor to it. Yep. If you have a three-pedal piano, the far left one does not allow those other notes to be played, and only the one note will play. Or two, or like less than three. To give you an example, wait, I've got to go. To give you an example, this might not be one-to-one, but for example, with my guitar, normally when I play chords, I'm using 6 strings. I'm playing 6 notes
to create one chord. But if you remember correctly, in the case of a major chord, it is a triad, which is the first, the third, and the fifth of a note. So Freddie, please play me a two-handed piano chord with 6 notes. With C and C.
C?
Yeah.
6 notes?
6 notes.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, just hit 3 notes. Now, his stage piano, now just play 1 note, the C. Now, his stage piano is actually mimicking what an acoustic piano would do, which is also giving us some of those overtones, those other notes, okay? That's what's happening. Now, when I play a C chord here, I'm playing 6 notes, but I can do something called a power chord. Which is only playing 3 notes, and that gives a decisively different flavor than if I were to play 6 notes, okay? And that is what the far left pedal of the piano does, Alicia. It makes sure that only the string of the note that you were hitting is being played.
That's true.
And
So
Alicia said, pianos are far more complex than I thought. They are unbelievably complex
yeah.
than I thought.
Yeah. It's way easier on average, like people tell me, it's way easier to get access to the guitar because the only thing you do at the beginning is, learning your C chord, your D chord. Everything seems to be fixed. If you want to change key, as Guy is doing it very often, he's using a capo.
That's right.
But for the piano, you have to know a little bit more theory in order to play or to play with others, in terms of changing keys or in terms of knowing the black and the white keys, when
That's
to
right.
use when to use what. On a guitar, it's pretty much intuitive from the get-go.
Well, Bud,
At least from my experience, I gotta say.
Well, Bud, we've been going for nearly an hour.
I need to go.
Freddie has a gig tonight, so
Yoo-hoo!
I'm going to do the podcast solo after we do this.
Oh, thank you kindly.
We're gonna hold on.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, we gotta play the opera song.
Woo! He's got to run. He's so excited to be able to play in front of humans. So if you're new to the show, thank you for coming. We do this Wednesday to Saturday. Next week will be the last week of season 2, and we're going to talk about how to go forward. We've got a digital tip jar set up if you want to help us get through these strange times. Otherwise, if you could share this with people, parents, and educational groups, it would mean a lot to us. Fridays and Sundays, we have a gig that we play from this page, and that's about it. So thank you for being with us, Alicia, Charlotte, Hudson, Sophia, Carol, Mary. It's great to have you guys. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Freddie.
Thank you, Guy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Have
See you
a
next
wonderful
time.
day. We'll see you tomorrow. We've got something special planned for you tomorrow. We're going to be looking at a very, very, very different instrument.
Mysterious laughter. To be continued. What a cliffhanger.
That was a good scary laugh. That was a good one. Respect. Much respect.
See you next time, guys.
So, folks, I'm going to be doing our podcast, our post game, in just a few minutes. If you want to come back, if you want to send questions, you can even call in and talk to me directly. I can put you on the screen, and we can talk a bit about the piano and the guitar.
Yay.
So, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was nice. That was fun.
Oh, scheiße, ich komme so zu